I guess in your shoes, I'd want to know who I'm dealing with, a little bit about them. So yeah, I grew up, as you'll tell from my accent, on the east coast of South Africa. It was a fairly idyllic childhood, wonderful family. We spent a lot of time, I spent most of my time outdoors, played a lot of sport. This is me at about 12 near Cape Point in South Africa. And probably 3 or 4 years later, on a surfing holiday that we did, our family went down to Port St. John's on the Wild Coast. It was a great holiday until I broke my board. It all ended pretty abruptly when I finished high school. It was compulsory military for a couple of years, and it was a pretty wrenching moment from that close family environment, dumped straight into the army. It was an exceptionally tough time for me. Thought I was going to die there at times, just with the intensity of the training, but it taught me just the amazing capacity that we have. We have far more capacity than we think we have until we're actually put to the test. And it stood me in good stead, although I would hate to repeat the experience. By way of complete contrast, when I finished in the army, I became a missionary for a couple of years, served in different areas around Southern Africa. I spent about 11 months of that time in Soweto at a very, very interesting and critical time in the political history of the country. I made some wonderful friends and connections there. It was an amazing experience, that 2 years. And I was back home barely a month when I met this beautiful Australian girl. She stole my heart, bowled me over completely. But fortunately, I managed to persuade her to marry me. Best sales job I ever did in my life. And that was 33 years ago. We've had a wonderful life together. Had some really hard times as well. This is our 3 kids. Bobby, he drowned. One of the toughest times of my life. Had some financial hardship as I changed careers. I think it's given me the ability to really empathize and understand some of the tough experiences a lot of my clients have been through as well. But those hard times have really made the good times so much sweeter, and we've had wonderful good times. I spent the first 10 years of my working career in a family business, working for my dad. Ended up running a region for him. That was also a wonderful experience. I learned a lot from being in business. I realized though that my passion is for self-development and also helping other people develop, and converted my qualifications, became a financial planner, joined an amazing organization at the time, the Liberty Group, and had come from nothing to become one of the biggest financial planning and financial services firms in South Africa, employing thousands of people and providing outstanding service to the community. After a couple of years working with individuals and families, which I loved, I was recruited into management, spent a couple of years training and recruiting other financial planners. However, I realized fairly soon that that's not what lights my fire, and in 1998 I started my own financial planning practice, still under the Liberty license, but specializing in corporate financial planning. And again, worked with some really impressive businessmen, very successful, very wealthy, and I learned a lot from them. It was a very lucrative move for me, and it was a very successful move. And I got to the point in 2006 where I'd pretty much achieved the goals that I'd set for myself, and decided that we'd like to bring my wife home to Australia, which we did, the end of 2006, beginning of 2007. I sat on the beach for 2-3 months, enjoyed, I suppose, retirement, if you like, but realized that something's missing, and decided that I'd like to get back into financial planning, and I'd like to walk to work. At the time we were living on the water in near Cotton Tree, and had a chat to Darren at Infocus, and the rest, as they say, is history. I've been here about 7 years now. It's been a wonderful career for me. I've had some successes, some failures. For me, it's such a fulfilling career because of the opportunity that I have to make a real difference in people's lives. in helping them understand what success means for them, and helping them work out the specific strategies and behaviors that they need to implement to make a difference in their lives, and then being part of that whole coaching, facilitating process. It is a learning curve, and hopefully it will always be a learning curve for me. Yeah, I'm asked sometimes, why do I come to work in the morning? And it is because of the deep satisfaction I get from helping my clients figure out what success means to them, and then helping them identify and implement the strategies and the habits that will take them there. I've had the opportunity, because of being in the profession for 23 years now, of going through the whole cycle from beginning to end with a number of clients, and it is very rewarding. So I succeed when you succeed, and I think if you had to ask, what do I bring to the table, why me? Well, the most important thing I bring there is the ability to ask important questions, to think carefully about your answers, and apply all the knowledge, skills, training, experience that I've gained in a lifetime of service to clients like you. As I say, much of what I've learned has actually been from some very, very clever clients, and I believe I can help. I care and I can help.